Yeah, yeah. Making her way to the mic. They start dimming the lights. You start feeling alright. From Birmingham, home of the Teddy Longs and the Ruben Studders. More once you discover. For all of the lovers of Whitney Houston and Roman Reigns. For all of the lovers of Mickey James and Marvin Gaye. For all of the lovers of Sasha Banks, Janelle Monáe, Silk, Sonic, and Paige. Allow me to say, look, I just found a place, sweet escape. Every one of us. I was kinda late, cause I just made it off the struggle bus. Walking by the fate, cause I know it's right in front of us. Yo, I ain't with the hate, gotta focus on what's great. Ladies and gentlemen, Steph Hardy is on the air. Had to drop a couple bars just to make you all aware. So, sit back, relax, enjoy the show. You know I go by Joe or the rest of the flow, yeah.
Hey y'all, welcome to a brand new episode of the Hardy Wrestling Podcast with your girl Stephanie Hardy. Then, now, forever,
Period.
always me,
Okay.
always her, the
Talk about it.
hostess with the mostest, the
What?
writer, the commentator,
Talk your shit.
um, and everything else. I am forever the one.
Her.
I am number one.
And
I'm the
is.
only one.
You better talk,
So,
sis. Come on. No. Period. Brag about it. Braggadocious.
yes. And thank you for watching this new episode of the podcast. I am here with my fabulous host, Bianca, who just celebrated a birthday. Happy,
Yes,
happy,
I
happy,
do.
happy belated
Thank you.
birthday.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday week. I'm so happy you were born. Oh my God. You're so special.
Oh.
And I'm so happy that we are together this week. And you had such a great birthday. So, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Feeling good. My 30s are a journey. Um, Last year, entered a new decade. I was scared out of my life. I was
Mhm.
scared to death. But it's not too terrible as I grow into this new decade. Um, a lot of great things had happened in my 30s. That includes joining, being a part of this amazing podcast for like, I think almost a year now. Almost a year.
I
Am I?
think it
If
is
I
almost a year. You're
right?
right. Because hold on. Because we were just talking about how this week marked the 1 year anniversary of Evolution 2.
Which
And
happened
which
on my
happened
birthday.
on your birthday, right? So it is a year since
Really?
you've been on the show because that was the first episode you were on when we did predictions for that
Is
pay-per-view.
that right?
Yes.
Oh my
Oh my
god!
God. Look at us realizing it together. Ah,
Like
that's so
a
amazing.
year this month.
Yeah, a
Or this
year either this month or last week or this week. Either way, it's been a year, Bianca.
Wow.
How do you feel you've grown since then?
I've been wanting to be a part of like of a podcast or be or have my own podcast or be some or or have this experience for a long time. I keep thank you will never ever suffice, Stephanie. You took a chance on me and you were hesitant, but I proved myself and I am so happy we have grown together and formed a great bond. We will meet one day. We will meet in person. We will meet in person, but you are such a lovely person and thank you for your support. Thank you for your words. Thank you for just thank you and I hope we can keep growing from we'll just hope we'll keep growing together as co-host and host. But yeah, it feels amazing. It's unreal. Pun intended. No pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
This should be
just so
just
happy to have you. And it's so funny you're talking about how hesitant I was. It's just that hesitancy didn't come because of you. It was mainly because this show had been just a one woman show for so long. And when you've done things on your own for so long, you just kind of get used to it. And you're just like,
right.
okay,
Yeah.
this is me and this is blah and this is this and this is that. And you're sort of used to it, right? But to have someone else want to come on and be a part of it was just like, what? Like, could this space house someone else? And I've learned that over the year that it can.
Yeah.
It really can. Like, this is a space that can house someone else and, hold space for another person outside of just having guests on or anything else. You and having also Katrina from InCat We Trust be a part of everything too. It's just been, I feel like it's collaborative more than anything. It's not just me, oh, well, you got to do this, you got to do that. It's definitely like a collaborative thing where I feel like we can all have a equal amount of voice and an equal amount of input. And I am just really happy about that. Like, I want it to feel more so like a partnership and not like, what's a dictatorship, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Ownership. Yeah.
a ownership
Yeah.
type of deal, and I'm just really, and I was scared because I had never had to do that before. So knowing that I can do that, is making me happy, and knowing that people that you are happy being on the show and being with me is just making me want to do it more. So I'm so
Yeah.
happy that we're together and we've been able to do this for a year, and here's to many more. Oh my
Yes.
gosh,
So
there's
much
so
has
much.
happened. You
Yes,
met the
there's
parties, you met your family. I met
yes,
my hero. We talked
yes.
about it. Oh my gosh. Wow. We're
You've gotten
growing.
so much courage, to do new things in wrestling. Like, there's a lot that has happened that deserves to be celebrated. So I'm so happy for us.
It's the two
Um
years and more.
Woo! Yes. So, aside from that, like, there's a lot that's coming up in wrestling this week. And of course, we're going to talk about what we liked in the past week. But something that we do have to do is give our predictions. It all comes full circle. Your first episode was for predictions for a pay per view, and now here we are doing predictions again
Not crazy.
for yet another big wrestling event that's happening. And of course, in New York, they are having Fanatics Fest, but then they're also having Saturday night's main event at Madison Square Garden. It's so crazy to think about when you think about everything that New York has had going on within the entire summer, between the New York Knicks winning the NBA championship for the very first time in over 50 years.
Wow.
Like, they just had those three amazing concerts from what I saw that Jay-Z did, that had a very star-studded lineup, including Beyonce, his amazing wife, whom we love dearly, as well as Tiana Taylor, Rihanna, and so many other people. And then, of course, there's Mayor Mamdani, who, it's just always going viral for all of the good things that he's doing for the city. Like, New York is just having a moment that they would have, but not on this level. It just seems like month after month after month there's something great happening always in New York City, and it's just so refreshing and cool to see. And of course, Fanatics Fest is definitely going to add more to the celebration that New York has had going on in sports with the Knicks and everything. And then, of course, a few members of the Knicks actually won some of the ESPYs last night, so congrats to them for that. And a lot of WWE people were at the ESPYs too. Liv Morgan was there, Charlotte Flair was there, Kiana James was there. So it's just a lot of great crossover appeal when it comes to wrestling and sports, and I will always love that. So we have to start by predicting the women's matches first. The only title match on this Saturday night's main event is for the women's tag team titles. You have Paige and Brie Bella going up against Fallon Henley and Lainey Reed, who gave a shout out to me because of a clip I shared of talking to her, or not talking to her, but talking about her and her performance on SmackDown. She
What?
she actually commented on Instagram and called me a Southern queen and said thank you. And I was just like,
Heck,
oh my God,
you
hey.
want Southern Queen? Yeah.
Hey, because we got that Alabama connection. So
Yes.
it's just always great to see,
Oh, she's from
people.
Alabama. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's
cool.
just really great to see, someone from your home state just doing such amazing things and performing on large platforms like this. And this is no exception. So Lainey Reed and Fallon Henley of Fatal Influence will be battling Brie Bella and Paige for the women's tag team titles. They've been going back and forth with each other on SmackDown, and a little bit on Raw, but mostly on SmackDown. Paige and Brie Bella have been fighting women's tag team champions, but the the whole of Fatal Influence is just trying to take over the way that they did in NXT, where at one point, they held all of the gold, or any form of gold. So they want to continue their winning ways, in devious or not. They want to continue those winning ways here on the main roster. So, Bianca,
Yes.
what is your prediction for this women's tag team title match?
I it can go both ways, honestly. I
Mm-hmm.
think there will be an upset and Fatal Influence will take it.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just but then yeah, I really think that Fatal Influence will win. Though Bree and Paige, I love them down. I love you all so much. But then ugh, you never know. You never know. It's so unpredictable. I mean, yeah, I think they will win. I think Fatal Influence will take it.
I
I just
agree
feel it
with
in
you.
my yeah, just feel it, and there's something about them that
Yeah,
I
I
think.
agree with you. I honestly think that this might be Fatal Influence's night. Um, because it's so funny. I can't help but think about, um usually Fatal Influence, as great as they are as a team and as a whole, they tend to benefit a whole lot from outside interference. And of course, you
Yes.
have JC Jane as their leader there, who could very well interfere with things. But I can't help but feel somehow that someone else might stage a comeback on this large of a stage, and might cost Paige and Brie, um due to nefarious means. I am talking, I feel like Nikki Bella will make her grand return and cost Paige somehow, or or they might, or somehow another Paige and Brie might win, but then the Bella twins might get back together and then attack Paige, and then take
Mm,
this and snatch the title from Paige and be like, you were just a filler for me, and the best tag team, we're actually the best tag team. It was supposed to be us, because it was
yes.
supposed to be them at WrestleMania in that fatal four-way match, and not you know Paige and Brie Bella, but due to injury, stuff got changed.
I
And then
forgot
on
about
top of
that.
that, yeah, and then on top of that, you have that one moment where they were wrestling in a tag team match, and then Brie was distracting the referee, and it seemed like it was much to the disadvantage of Paige, but more so than it was to the disadvantage of the team that they were facing off against. So I feel like there's something else underneath that we're not seeing, and it might have to do with Brie's allegiance to Nikki, because they are sisters. So
Yeah.
I think either Nikki cost them the tag team titles, or maybe JC cost them the tag team titles, or Paige and Brie win and then they attack Paige afterward.
I sense I can I believe I sense some twin magic. I think
Mm-hmm.
Nikki will be under the ring and then there'll be a swap. The camera won't show their face because they'll be quick. And then they'll go what she'll go under the table. They'll go under the table and then you know what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Um yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's so many places they could go with that, but I honestly feel like, my biggest prediction, that's top tier, with all puns intended to top tier, and wow, I love them so much. I really feel like Fatal Influence could get the win here because they've been fighting them for so long
Hmm.
that I just feel like if they do win, it would be an amazing accomplishment for them.
Yeah.
So, my number one prediction is that Fatal Influence will win the tag titles, and then my number two is that Nikki will come back and cause some shenanigans somehow. So yeah,
I would
both of
do
those could very well happen. So we just have to wait and see. But like I said, this is the only championship match on the card this time. So anything could happen. And I am excited because there are. Um, I'm glad that this is the only title match, so there is like a focus on it. So I am pumped about that. I'm excited about this match. It's gonna be good, but we might see some drama take place. Drama. Love it. And
it.
speaking of drama,
Oh, the fun. Oh
we
my god.
have Bailey versus Lyra Valkyria. This match was made on this past Monday on Raw when Bailey and Lyra confronted each other, and we'll talk more about what was said later in the episode. But these two, of course, started off on a rocky road towards their friendship, and then they formed a tag team, whether it was wanted or not. They formed a tag team and formed a friendship, and now it's been ripped apart due to Lyra's frustrations with not winning gold since she lost the women's IC title, and also never having won the tag titles like her and Bailey had set out to do. And she sort of crashed out a little bit, and she's
A
sort of
little
looking
bit.
like
A
oh,
lot.
a lot of it, a lot of it. She crashed out a lot of it, and now she's looking more like a way more disheveled version of the bird lady from Home Alone 2. Um,
Ah!
and it's just really nuts. It's kind of crazy, but um, I'm gonna share my prediction first for this one. I'm predicting that Bailey will win.
Oh.
Because she has a lesson to teach to Lyra Val, because it's just like you can't just, throw somebody away just Lord have mercy. You can't just throw somebody away just because, they're not doing, you know, what you want them to do. And it's like it's the nature of wrestling. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and it just wasn't their night. So the idea of her betraying her like that after forming such an authentic friendship with her, and especially after Bailey met her a
Yeah.
long time ago at that meet and greet, like it's very heartbreaking. So I feel like Bailey has a lot of emotional momentum as well as um professional momentum as well to win this match. So I'm predicting Bailey for the win.
Hmm.
Team Horsewoman. So Bianca, what's your prediction?
It will end it in no contest. I'm just kidding. Imagine though. Um, I will say this. I really like Lyra's character arc and her character development. I don't know. I like her as a bad guy. I do. With that said, hmm, who wins this? You know what? Mm-mm. I'm giving it to Bailey. Bailey wins it.
Mm-hmm.
She deserves justice. She got betrayed,
Yeah.
and she, um, yeah, she got played. I'm giving it to
Mm-hmm.
Bailey.
Yeah. We're both on Team Horsewoman. I love it. I love it. I want Bailey to win this so bad.
Come on, bang.
And then there was a part of me that wondered why this match wasn't made for SummerSlam, while everyone's sort of in the spirit of challenging people and everything. I was okay with it being on Saturday night's main event, but then a part of me was just like, why not SummerSlam? But we'll see
Yeah.
what happens after this match per se. But Bailey, I got Bailey. I just have Bailey for the win.
What if
We
I predict? Maybe what if Bailey wins and then they have one more bout at SummerSlam, just to end
Yeah.
the rivalry,
Yeah,
and
they
then
could, and then it could have a stipulation or something.
I think that would be like a steel cage match,
But
or
would they have a steel cage match on the same pay per view where there's going to be a high profile Hell in a Cell?
I forgot about that. Hold on. Hold on,
Would
back.
they do that?
I
Oh my
forgot
god.
about that. The women deserve it. Hey, they did that with Survivor Series.
Yeah, but that's different. That's war games. So I feel like if they do have a stipulation, it might just be like a street fight or just something, or maybe it's, I don't know. I would love to see them in a TLC match.
Yes, a ladder match.
Or yeah, a TLC match would be fire. Since they don't really have like the TLC pay per view, anymore. Like if they did like a tables, ladders, and chairs, oh, I'd be here for it.
And Lita comes out.
Uh,
Ooh.
Lita coming out would gag me because I love Lita like all the way down. Like I love her so much, and I've met her before. She's amazing. Um, and Lita was one of the people that Bailey looked up to, so that would be cool. But I'm not, like, I don't know, but that would be a cool wrinkle into things. But I just think Bailey is gonna win.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. So those are the two women's matches that are on the Saturday Night's Main Event New York City card, and now we're gonna move into the men's matches. So we have the unsung hero of New York, Danhausen, going up against JD McDonough of the Judgment Day in a no disqualification match. Oh my god, I can't imagine the pop that Danhausen is gonna get when he comes out in Madison Square Garden, seeing as he is essentially the reason as to why the New York Knicks has gotten the glory that they've gotten because he
That is
uncursed
insane.
them.
Oh my.
Like he's essentially the face of this PLE due to it being in New York and due to the celebration of everything. And it is insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful. And because it's no DQ, there are times where you would believe where you it would be easy to believe that a no DQ match would definitely benefit any member of the Judgment Day because they could all come out and help each other and nobody and the referee couldn't say a word.
Yeah.
But this is a wild card because Danhausen has the power of dark magic
That's
and
true.
New
That's why
York.
this is all insane. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Oh
He
wow.
has the power of dark magic and New York behind him. So there's no telling what could happen here, but I'm predicting Danhausen's gonna win.
I've never seen Danhausen wrestle. Well, this is yeah. I've never. Well, have I? Yeah. No. Well, have
He's
I?
had a he's
Yeah.
he's had
It's
a
like
couple of matches here and there,
yeah.
but I could understand if you might have missed it somehow. But he's had like a few tag matches and maybe a few solo matches, and he's pretty good. You know, he's a pretty good wrestler. He's really great. But there's that dark magic, and because this is no DQ, that means anything can happen. So Bianca, are you going with Danhausen as well?
I'm going with the Danhausen.
Yes. And the Judgment Day is just, I feel like they're going to be completely unraveled by after SummerSlam. That's just my feelings about that. But of course, once the entire card is made for SummerSlam, we'll do a prediction show for it because that is 2 nights. But yeah, I just can't help but feel that Danhausen's curse that he put on Liv Morgan um, is just going to continue to have ripple effects for the Judgment Day until they just fall apart.
That's insane. Like, well, it's really cool, but really insane, but really
It
weird,
is.
and I like it.
Yeah, I like it too because it's pro wrestling. Like, this is what pro wrestling is all about. It's about the athleticism, but it's also about the fun and the kookiness. And
I love the
Danhausen is the greatest embodiment of that. And he brings a smile to your face regardless. So, hey,
and
very
he's
evil, very
hilarious.
nice.
So
Yes,
funny.
he is. I need a Danhausen shirt.
Me too.
I need one bad. So, yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
hero of New York is gonna win. So that's gonna be fun.
And it's at Madison Square Garden.
Yes.
Oh my god, the same. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And of course, yes, the same place where
The
the
next
Knicks
one.
play.
Oh.
The Knicks play
Oh.
there, but they didn't win the finals.
Right.
They didn't win the finals in New York. They won it in San Antonio.
Yeah.
But it would have been cool if they did win the finals in New York. That would have been fire. They would have had to shut the city down, honestly.
I come, I live in the championship city, and I know what, and I know what it's like, um,
Oh,
to be to watch like to like see like the city all lit, and it's crazy.
I
Los
can only
Angeles. Hold on,
I
there you
can
go.
only imagine the pandemonium.
Oh my god. There you go.
Hey, all right. So, yeah, Madison Square Garden. But I will say this though, they will be playing in the place where OG Ananobi made that amazing tip in. And
mm,
everybody lost their mind over it. I honestly feel that after that game, that was game 4 of the finals, I felt like they should have just gave them the trophy after that because that was insane. But at any rate, we move towards the last match on the card, which is a tag team match between Cody Rhodes and Bianca's hero, the WWE champion CM Punk, going up against the Bitter Bobs, Gunther
the bears.
and Sami Zayn. And this will be our first time seeing Sami Zayn since he has lost the WWE championship. So I wonder what state of mind he's going to be in. um, I'm also wondering if Gunther will actually be able to work together with him, or somehow will Nick Aldis be magically recovered and then attack him to cost them the tag team match. But then I also wonder if Cody and CM Punk can actually work together and put aside the fact that they are fighting each other soon. It's a lot. So Bianca, who do you think is going to win this tag team match? It's very heated. It's heated, bro.
It really is. Why do I think Drew McIntyre will return?
Oh God. Why?
I don't like that I'm feeling this. I so Punk and Cody wins, and then McIntyre comes back for revenge to Punk. I'm sorry, Punk, I love you. But I've been feeling this for weeks. I don't like that I'm feeling this. It's I don't know why. But that I just think yeah, I think that will why did I think that will happen? For some reason. Where is Drew McIntyre?
He's been off making a movie, actually, or
Oh,
making a few movies, I believe.
well, how long?
I don't know. I don't know. However long it takes to make movies, but yeah, he's transitioning over into acting. So that's why we haven't seen him in a minute. But I don't see him showing up for this.
No.
Not even just because he's been off acting, but just because I feel like that would just overload the battle for the title a
Yeah.
little bit too much. It would just add too much to it. I'd be like, okay, 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 okay.
No.
It's like you got CM Punk don't want the thing. Cody Rhodes wants to fight for the thing because he got messed out of his chance. Gunther messed him out of his chance because he feels like he's entitled to a title match. And then you have Sammy who lost his title. And then you have Drew. Like that's too much.
Okay.
That's a little bit too much for me.
Okay. Okay. All right. I
It's a
think this
lot.
will end in that's hot. Come on, Paris Hilton. I think this will end in a no contest and go on to SummerSlam. I don't know. I've been saying this for I said that twice. I know. I don't know, but I think. But my question is, wait, okay, I I I'm surprised that Cody and Punk aren't beefing in house shows,
Yeah, I
but
think
they're keeping it civil.
yeah.
Why are I? Why are I think there will be
I
there?
think
I think there'll be some sort of heel turn between one of them
mm,
here.
mm,
I don't know. I think once they win, one of them will turn. Punk will turn. Oh my god, if Punk turns heel at that night. Oh my god, that'd be so cool. I don't know. I don't know. I think yeah.
I feel like you're bringing up an excellent point, Bianca, because they are being very civil, and of course we'll talk more about their promo a little bit later when we talk about SmackDown. But they are being very civil to one another because, of course, they considered each other friends and colleagues for a very long time. And there's the sense that the crowd loves the both of these men very much. And, they are being very civil, but I have this weird feeling that it'll be civil until it's not.
Yeah.
And then we'll realize when it's not. And I can't help but feel like it won't be civil. I feel like it'll be civil until maybe SummerSlam and the match actually happens, and then we'll see the real true colors of each of these men. And I feel like it might be Cody more than it will be Punk. I feel like Punk will actually be um the face in this situation, and maybe Cody might be the heel. And it'll break my heart because I love Cody down. But my God, and I enjoy babyface Cody. But if he turns, oh God, my heart will be so broken. But I feel like we might be on the cusp. We might be on the cusp, and I just don't think booing. I just don't. I don't see them people booing CM Punk right now. I just don't see it.
No one never rude.
Well, I know you wouldn't. We it's been highly documented as to how you feel about that man. And it'll be even more documented in that episode. We know you would never boo him. You support CM Punk's rights and wrongs. Okay?
My loyalties.
I mean, just like I support Mercedes Monet's rights and wrongs. But you know, there
You
might be I just don't see CM Punk just not being a face at this point. So it really might be Cody at the end of SummerSlam that might be on the verge of crash out. We'll see. But I think my prediction for this tag team match, just to get back to the conversation, I think Gunther and Sammy might win this tag
know.
team match because I
Split.
feel like this might be the small crack in the civility between Punk and Cody. So I feel like Gunther and Sami Zayn might win this match.
Okay, the fish and the beer. Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
We shall
We shall
see.
see. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun, and it's gonna be cool. Also, we have the appearance of the world heavyweight champion Roman Reigns, um, inviting the finals MVP and the King of New York and new SP winner Jalen Brunson of the New York Knicks to come by. This is going to be interesting. We don't know exactly what's going to happen here, but he's invited him to come, so we'll see what happens there. But I just want to, reiterate what happened the last time Jalen Brunson came to a WWE event. He aligned with LA Knight against Tyrese Halliburton of the Indiana Pacers and Logan Paul. And he jumped across that banister so smooth that it almost felt like, oh my God, Jalen Brunson is really about to fight, like for real, for real. But it wound up not happening, and of course the Pacers wound up moving forward that into the finals that year, but sadly Tyrese got hurt
Hmm.
and things happened. But of course the New York Knicks were touted as to possibly move forward, but they didn't, but then of course went back to the drawing board, and now they are where they are now. But this is what happened the last time they were on there. I will never forget being and working at the Birmingham airport in the sports store, and on CBS Sports HQ they were talking about Jalen Brunson and Tyrese Halliburton being on SmackDown, and I felt like my worlds were colliding. I was just like, oh my God, they're talking about it. It was so fun. I just, and now look at us. They're on ESPN all the time. So we've really come a long way. We really have as wrestling fans. But yeah, Jalen Brunson is going to be at home in Madison Square Garden with Roman Reigns. We don't know what's going to happen here, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be aura farming to an extra degree.
I honestly don't know what will happen. I
Right.
think he will do some jump over like frog leap off the apron.
A frog
Like
splash, maybe? Maybe? You
same
never know.
difference.
Yeah,
Yeah, frog splash
I know what
thing.
you meant.
Like Bad Bunny.
Oh man, can you imagine if we get a Jalen Brunson match at SummerSlam? I'll die. In a good way.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh my god, no, whatever, oh my god, like, and I'll just hope for his safety. But I'm pretty sure, it would be awesome. But it could happen, but you just never know. But yeah, there's no telling what could happen. But those are all of our predictions for Saturday night's main event. It's coming on Peacock at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, 5 Pacific time. So you can stream it on there. Watch it later if you can. And yeah, just cozy up and watch some really cool wrestling, y'all. So we have given all of our predictions for that PLE. And now we're going to move into what we liked in wrestling this week. Yes, I know I need to upgrade the graphic. There's a lot of upgrades that need to be made. But yes, either way, what me and Bianca liked in wrestling this week, and we're starting with SmackDown. So, of course, we always start with the women, and this is twofold because we're talking about a married couple. On SmackDown, I loved Jimmy Uso's caution gear, and when I saw it, it just caught me off guard, and I was just like, "Oh my god, he's wearing the caution tape." And a lot of people, and it made people online go really crazy, and it put them in their feelings and made them feel like, "Oh my god, what if he's hinting at a Naomi return?" Because everybody and their mama has been hoping and praying for a Naomi return because everybody misses her. I miss her. It's been a long time. It's been a year. Like it's like literally it's coming up on a year since we last saw her in the ring and everything, and we miss her greatly. So the idea of seeing Jimmy wearing, a version of her gear was just very touching and very loving. And yeah, it's cool to love on your wives, and it's just a very beautiful thing. They will always be one of my favorite WWE/wrestling couples of all time. I'm still hoping and praying for the day they might get their own reality show because they are just comedy together, and you could just tell that they just truly love each other. So
Yeah.
this was really sweet to see, especially coming up on the 1 year anniversary of her title win at Evolution via the Money in the Bank briefcase. So this was really nice. Bianca, how did you feel seeing Jimmy in the caution tape?
I really loved it. I thought that I feel like this is his him hinting at a heel turn, some sort of character change, heel turn. Because Naomi did the same thing. We all see him um as like that goofy guy. Oh, I mean, am I wrong? Like, you know
No,
what?
you're not wrong because
No,
Jimmy is goofy. You're not
right?
wrong, but
Okay, because
yeah.
like, okay, that's what I'm saying. Like, because we all laugh at him and like he's not. He wants to be taken seriously. So, and look at his face. Look at that Jacob. Like, what are you doing, man? Don't mess with me. He's not. He means business. Um, but I think this is a. This is. I think he'll be turning soon, or but he'll turn or not. It did. It. I did. I did notice this, and I do miss Naomi. And like you said, it's so great to see husbands supporting their wives and wearing their clothes. So that's so real of him. And yeah, we wish you well, Naomi Trinity. We love you.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, I feel like to be a member of the bloodline with Roman Reigns just automatically makes you heel regardless. So
Right.
I honestly feel like Jimmy is heel
Mm,
already, simply because of the nature of Roman and the bloodline as a whole.
yeah.
Um, I just feel like even though him and Jay are having a hard time with Jacob, because they keep trying to boss him around, but he is so hell bent on not listening to them. I just feel like to be a part of the bloodline, no matter how they want to reframe it this time, is to be a heel, and that's just how I feel. Um, and it fits that he would wear the caution tape because this is probably one of the most amazing and strongest heel turns for Naomi, and it just bared so many results. last year for her. And it was just nice to see him pay tribute to her because, it's cool to love on your significant other and support them in that way. So it was a lovely tribute, and I miss seeing them together, and I miss her so very dearly. Oh,
And on the topic, and while we're at it, while we're talking about Naomi and her heel turn and her perceived caution, um, since this is also the 1 year and since Evolution 2 was a year ago on my birthday, um, when you talked about, I just want to like, I will never forget watching you during the press conference last year asking Naomi, um, about the 3 words that was on her precaution tape on her Titantron. Underappreciated. Help me out here, please.
yeah,
Undervalued
yeah. And third
and,
wheel.
and third wheel. Yes, 3 words that I relate to and um that I relate have 3 words that I relate to. Um, yeah, I just want to thank you for asking her that question because she uh she dropped so many gems, and uh, she taught me that, as someone who is a retired people pleaser and would always be so nice and never and had trouble, didn't know how to defend myself, and would always let situations slide for peace, and that would only hurt me. So she she said it's sometimes you have to, like, I'm paraphrasing, sometimes you have to be like a little mean,
Yeah, you have to clock it
clock it, check
and
them.
check them and treat them the way they treat you.
Yes, and maybe you'll get some respect.
Yeah.
That I I take that with me for life because people don't tell me these things. I have to learn. I learn these from figures and wrestlers and great, and I learned these from people who have, how do I say this, that I love wrestling because I love wrestling because, yeah, they're playing characters, but they're human, they're people, and they experience real life stuff, and I'm happy that I really like I really like her heel turn because, like I said, it taught me a lot. Taught me how to, like, not be taken advantage of. Taught taught me how to, like, speak up for myself, defend myself, and to get the respect that I know I deserve. So again, yeah, just yeah, I take that with me. I retweeted that video actually. I watched it. That that was my Bible last year. I watched that many times last year. My gosh, it's videos it's videos like that I learned growing up. So learning these lessons at my age, I mean, I mean, I yeah, learning it now, um, and applying it to my life. It's really cool. And what a gift that it happened on my birthday. So again, thank you so much for asking that question, and thank you, Naomi, for answering her question and for teaching me a lot on my birthday. What a gift. It's the gift
Wow.
that literally it's a gift that keeps on giving and keeps on teaching. Because
Mm,
whenever I need a reminder about that, like I watch it, I watch it all the time. Watch it every chance I get. So it's saved
well,
in my Instagram.
oh my goodness. Bianca, thank you so much for that. I really did want to hold space for this because that weekend as a whole is something I think about even when I have like when I just think about weekends that hold uninhibited joy. That was one of them last year. Um because you know, there are events that you hope to cover for media a lot of the time, and then there are also events that you want to just go to because you're just a fan. And anybody who knows me, and if you follow my wrestling journey over the years, you know I love women's wrestling. That I love wrestling as a whole, but anytime I see myself reflected in women's wrestling, I just love it and gravitate to it just easily because that's just what I've always done from the time I was a child up until now. And I felt in my heart a year ago that if I was going to go to Evolution, I was going to make a weekend out of it. I was going to go, you know, because Atlanta is just 2.5 hours away from me. That's how
Really?
close, yeah, that's how close Birmingham and Atlanta is. It's 2.5 hours.
Wow.
Um, so if you drive there or if you, you know, or whatever, it's not that long. It's right next door and I have family that live there too. So it's just kind of like I said, look, if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make a weekend out of it. And it also just so happened to fall on the weekend Beyonce was doing her Cowboy Carter tour that weekend. And I said, look, I'm gonna go see Beyonce and I'm gonna go see Evolution and I'm just gonna be filled with all of the things that this is going to give me in terms of strength in my womanhood and also in my black southern womanhood too when it came to this moment happening. um and to this day I'm so happy. It's one of the things that I am most proudest of that I've been able to do. I feel like I shine. I feel like there's a level of joy that shines from me and from the work that the Hardy Wrestling Podcast is about when I'm talking to and covering and interviewing women. Because that's just I love who I am and I love who us as women are. Um and I was just hoping, and I'm not even entirely sure if I've ever said this publicly on a, well, I think I have said it on another show, but I remember being at Evolution that day and going to the bathroom and praying and asking God, because I'm a Christian. Um, and I asked God, I was like, Lord, you know how I feel about women's wrestling. You know how I feel about being here and how important this is to me. Let them hear my voice. I said,
Mm.
Lord, let them hear my voice and help me to not be nervous and not, you know, crack up and everything else if they call on me, you know, but let them hear my voice if it's your will. And that whole event happened, and I was just full to the brim from seeing all the women do as good as they did. We saw Charlotte and Alexa, you know, perform the way they did and solidify their sisterhood and their friendship. We saw Jade and Naomi dang near kill each other. We saw Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus have an amazing match that's weirdly underrated, and I hate that, but it's so good. And then you had Rhea and Io and the amazingness that was that took place, and then Naomi cashed in. So it was just the perfect night, and I didn't want that night to end at all. But the way it ended, with me having the courage to ask her that question and just piecing together her presentation on the Titantron with the words, especially given the things that she had gone through previously when she was in WWE, which has been well documented. The question really came from a genuine place. Like, these words fit your story, and you just won this championship. What does this say to you about you and your worth and how you feel, and how do you want this to relate to other women who have felt like you? And I have felt like that. Even now, I feel like that, where you feel, you know, undervalued and you feel like you're unappreciated for all that you've given. You're, you know, what you're doing is not good enough. You're too nice and you're too this and you're too that. But the lesson that even I take with me and even I play back in my head is that you really do have to know your worth and stand on business for yourself. And I had to do that even this week. Um, so in standing on business for yourself, it bears the better results. And because she did that and because Mercedes did that, they are thriving the way that they are now because they stood up for themselves and they didn't just take it on the chin. And to even have been a little bit a part of that night is a blessing that I will never ever forget. To know that my mom saw that
Mm.
and said that's my baby. For every time I did an interview, she was like that's my baby. Um to know that I was able to have a great moment with Naomi, who I've been watching for so long. And to have her respond the way she did and to have people care about the question that I asked um means the world to me, and it makes me want to do better and go farther in this thing that, I created and with this career. So this evolution has a special place in my heart.
Same.
As a southern black woman, because Naomi is from the south, she's from Florida, and then, we're in Georgia, and then I'm from Alabama, which is right next door. And then Beyonce happened, and I went to see her the night afterward, and she's from Texas. So it was just empowering on so many different levels, and it's an honor to this day that I will hold greatly for the rest of my life. And I'm so glad that and humbled that you felt like that moment taught you a lesson and taught other people a lesson. Because I'll never forget how someone on TikTok said, "Look, I'm going to show this to my daughter." Like, I wanted to just pass out. Like,
Mm.
what? You're going to do what? Really? Like, me? Um,
Can I
but
play it?
I can't play it right now.
I have it pulled up actually.
We don't have time because we have other
Okay.
things we do have to discuss. But
Okay.
I will say this though, just to plug it. If you have not watched this question from the press conference from Evolution from last year. If you follow me on Instagram, Queen Steph Hardy, it's pinned up there. And if you
Yes.
follow the Hardy Wrestling Podcast on Instagram at Hardy Wrestling Podcast, it's pinned there as well. And you can also just watch it on WWE's YouTube page because the post show for Evolution 2025 is still up there.
Really? Oh,
So it's still up there. So you
you
can
live
watch
forever.
it. It will live forever. It will live forever. And then funny enough, that was the final press conference they ever had because
Wow.
right after Evolution was that SummerSlam, and that was where they, ended the press conferences altogether. So yeah, to know that I was on the final WWE press conference is that's another tip of the cap.
And it happened
Another
on my birthday.
Right, and it happened on your birthday. What a gift. I love wrestling on
Me
my birthday.
too.
It's amazing. It feels like it's made personally for you.
Exactly.
It really does. And
So
I
blessed.
yeah,
Gosh.
and I just can't wait for Naomi to come back. I miss her so much. This was an amazing run. Though it was short, but it was short for a really great reason, and I hope that her and her baby are doing all right and um just living life and being awesome. But we do miss you, girl. Come
Yes.
back.
Come on.
Oh, come back to us, babe. I wanted to hold space. Speaking of Naomi, we moved to Jade Cargill, the girl who she attacked. Um, and I just wanted to hold space for her outfit. I loved her Canadian tuxedo gear that she had on and all the denim on denim she had on. I loved it. It was so beautiful. This woman just never ceases to amaze me. Um, Not only just her wrestling ability, but just how gorgeous she is as a whole. Oh, Jade, I can't. Like, if I could just put down the fries, I feel like I say this every week, but if I could just put down the fries, I could look like Jade. Oh, Bianca, what did you think about Jade's outfit? But we'll get into her actions next. But how did you feel about her gear?
She can do no wrong. She can never do any wrong. She can never do wrong. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
That's, yeah. Wow.
just gorgeous for
Mm.
just
The
no
Tiana
reason.
Taylor body physique of wrestling. Oh my god.
Yes, I want her and Tiana Taylor to get in a picture together so bad. Like, cause it would just be amazing. I feel like if there were ever a biopic made about Jade Cargill, Tiana Taylor should have top billing. And I feel like she has the exact versatility as an actress and as an athletic woman herself, as a dancer and everything else to pull it off. Like,
Oh my god.
let's make a Jade Cargill biopic
Oh my god.
and cast Tiana Taylor.
WWE Films, $7 Productions. Let's go!
Let's
Come
get it
on, Ron. Come
cracking.
on.
Make a movie. Make a movie about Jade. Oh my God. Oh my God. Because I'll go see it. I'll go see it. It will be good. It will be good.
Well, and it recalled A Storm is Coming.
Oh my God. Yes. The biopic. The storm is coming. The Jade
or
Cargill story.
or
Oh,
yes, the storm, Storm, the Jade Cargill story, or the storm is.
yes. Let
Mhm,
us cook. Let us cook. But
mhm.
speaking of, the
No,
storm coming and striking people down,
ah,
Jade pulled off a horrible attack on Alexa Bliss on SmackDown this past Friday when she defeated Alexa Bliss along with a whole bunch of other shenanigans with the baddies and Charlotte Flair and everything. But in the midst of this brawl, the baddies take advantage of Charlotte and hold her down and force her to watch Jade injure Alexa Bliss's arm in that steel chair. And it was so bad that her arm was flexing and it looked like it was out of place. And it was just so terrible. Like, you couldn't help but feel sorry for her because Alexa was crying and stuff. And Charlotte was like, look, y'all need to move faster. Y'all need to move faster. And it was just really sad to see her in such dire straits. But I also want to give a shout out to a wrestler who was on WWE Medical to your right. That's Alejandra Lyon. Leon or Lion, I think. She is an indie wrestler. I think she's from Texas or from another area, but I recognized her face immediately because she's been in independent wrestling for a long time. So to see her be an extra for this was just really cool. So shout out to that lady. But oh my god, this was so sad. But you know that because this happened and because Charlotte cares about Alexa so much, she's gonna come for Jade's head.
yeah, I cringed when that happened. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it was very uncomfortable. I don't know if I don't know if she broke it or not, but yeah, the whole I just braced for impact and just I love you, Jay, but it was just very cringe. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
like the whole
yeah,
oh
Jade is a very vicious woman. As
yeah.
gorgeous as she is, this is a woman who just does not play with her enemies, child. She will destroy you, babe, and then make everyone you love bask in the pain. Like, Jade is crazy. She is crazy strong and crazy vicious. She is just, oh, help. But one thing I do hope though, I do hope that Jade and Charlotte get on for SummerSlam
Hmm.
because that is a match that I have been waiting for such a long time. Since Jade got signed to WWE, I've been wanting her to fight Charlotte. So hopefully we are on the road to that and it's going to be awesome. I cannot wait if that's the case. But yeah, Charlotte's going to get her look back for her friend for sure. I'm ready
I
for it.
agree. Yeah,
Mhm.
I see that happening.
Yeah. And then on an online exclusive, Blake
Oh,
Monroe attacked Chelsea Green after an interview that Tiffany Stratton was having with Kathy Kelly. Um, so in the midst of this interview, you also saw the return of the Irresistible Forces, Nia Jackson, Lash Legend, whom we have not seen since she got married. Here again, congrats to her and Trick Williams. So they basically said they were going to come after Tiffany and try to go after the tag team titles again. But in the midst of this, Chelsea Green, is trying to find Tiffany Stratton after she walked away, only to get attacked by Blake Monroe. So Blake has now not only attacked Kiana James and Julia, she has now attacked our girl Chelsea. Bianca, what do you think the end game is for Blake Monroe at this point? Because it seems like she's just going after who she wants to go after.
She wants to be the top girl of SmackDown. She wants to be that girl. She wants the championships. She wants that. Yeah, she wants. Yeah, she wants to be that girl.
Yeah, she wants to assert her dominance by attacking all of our faves.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
feel like that's really what's gonna happen. It's like she's crossing off a list. She's making a list and checking it twice, like Santa Claus, and then eventually, she'll go after the gold. Which women's title do you think she'll go after first?
well, she's pointing at a former U.S. champion, women's champion, so maybe that.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Definitely.
it's on the nose.
As
I hit
she's
it on.
touching Chelsea's nose. Very brilliant. Yes. Yes. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Such a brilliant answer, Bianca.
Hey,
Love that observation.
I appreciate you.
Yes, absolutely great. I would love it if Blake went after the women's US title. It would add more um juice to that picture. It would be really great. So I love that. I love that idea. Her as a US champion would be fantastic. So yeah, it would be really cool. So Blake Monroe is just out here taking girls' heads. So
She
maybe
looks
we'll
like
see a match. Maybe we'll see a match against her and Chelsea, or her and Kiana James at some point. Who knows?
yeah. I just want to say that she looks like Lana here mixed meets
Oh
Natty
wow. Oh wow.
Natalia.
Natal Lana.
Yeah, not not
The
Alana.
best
Yes,
Natalana, the best
that's
of all
Alana.
times. I remember when they were together, they were the boats, the best of all times.
Yes,
Oh my god, that was during the pandemic era, and
Lana.
we're gonna talk about another thing that showed up this week that reminded me of the pandemic era of WWE in a minute. But
Lana
yeah,
yes, Lana's number one.
yes. Speaking of supportive husbands, as we get into this segment with Royce Keys, Jacob Fatu, and Jimmy Uso, I'm not gonna lie, this kind of confused me at first because I kind of felt weird about Royce Keys being involved in this, simply because Royce is not, a part of any bloodline in this regard, but he has a previous relationship with Jacob Fatu because they were close and friends with each other as they were coming up in the wrestling industry. Um, and it makes sense why they would be, hooked up together because of their roots in California and stuff like that. And also just coming off of hard times and rising above it to make their dreams come true. Like, I get that bond, but at first I was just like, how far is Royce Keys going to get into this? But when he cut that promo Friday talking about basically holding Jimmy Uso and Jacob Fatu to task about fighting with Solo, it hit me so hard because I'm a very family oriented person. So to hear Royce Keys saying, "Look, y'all are family. I ain't got no business fighting like this," because I wish I had, my
Mhm.
cousins that I could just call on, or my
Never
brothers that I could
back.
just call
Yeah.
on, because I've lost family members. And as a person myself, it's like, who's lost family members too, that I wish I could call, this resonated with me greatly. I was just like, you know what? I love seeing Royce Keys be this big, strong man, but also be 100% vulnerable and saying, look, from my perspective, y'all really ain't got nothing to really be fighting about. Y'all need to be coming together. But of course, they don't want to hear that. They want to be toxic. They want to be toxic and fight each other. And Jacob was like, look, you need to stay out of Roman Reigns' business. Stay out of it. Don't make me have to hurt you, which led to Jimmy Uso and Royce Keys having a match, and Jimmy wound up winning. But in the midst of that, Royce Keys and Jacob got to fighting, and then Solo Sokoa got in the mix of things and wound up getting his head clocked by Jacob,
You sound us a
who
lot.
threatened to who threatened to hurt him with the chair. And then he cussed him out and he said, "Look, if I got to come after you again, bitch, next time I won't miss." And I was like, man, y'all gonna learn to stop messing with Jacob. Y'all gonna learn to understand that just because y'all are family don't mean that he won't knock your teeth loose. Jacob is a certified crash out, and y'all keep playing with him. They keep playing. They need to proceed with caution with Jacob. That doesn't just apply to Jimmy and Naomi, that applies to Jacob.
You're right.
Y'all need to stop playing with him because he gonna knock all y'all loose and just walk off and like it's Tuesday, okay? So Bianca, what do you think about Jacob's crash out behavior? And also what did you think about what Royce Keys said to them about family?
Well, first of all, I'm a Jacob Fatu girl. I love a good Jacob Fatu crash.
Mm-hmm. I love it too, even though it scares me. I'd be like, baby, Jacob could be my bodyguard because who gonna mess with him? Who gonna check him?
No one.
Who gonna
Well,
check him, boo?
right,
Nobody.
no. Nah, hell nah.
Exactly.
Man, I love you, Jacob, man. My God, I loved you from the beginning since from of your WWE career. My God, you're so funny. My gosh. Oh my gosh, he's so funny. I actually got to wear his black Ulafala at um at NostalgiaCon in Anaheim.
Oh
His
wow.
his family, um, his relative was a vendor, and he had his Ulafala. The same guy who I got my CM Punk painting, he
Yeah.
let me wear his Ulafala. I was like, oh my god, I shouldn't be wearing this. I'm so I was so hesitant. But like he knew that I loved. He saw that I love and appreciate the Polynesian culture, so he wasn't offended about me wearing the Ulafala. So that was really cool. But I love Zika Fatu. I love his promos. I love his mic work. I love his wiggle.
Yes. I love it too, but he's just so scary as well. I am excited that you did get to wear an Ulafala. I don't know if I'll ever wear one because it just doesn't feel right to me. Like it feels like that's solely meant for them, and respectfully, I just no. Like it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I love the ulafalas. I love their lays and how they put them together. But I just want to be respectful and let them wear their stuff. So, but it's beautiful to look at.
Yeah, from
But yeah,
WWE that when he said that, oh my gosh, that inspired me so much because I was there. I know what it's like to have EBT, to be, get government benefits.
yeah,
So he that inspired me a lot. But
yeah.
going back, but now going back to Royce Keys, uh, when he said that about his family, I resonate with that. God forbid, I've never lost. They're all alive, thank God. But I don't talk to some, not because, yeah, like I said, not because they're deceased, but I, things happen, and I wish I
Mhm.
can. I wish I can pick up my phone and call them, but I can't. It's not easy,
Yeah.
and it's sad. So I relate to him when he said that. That's what I said. I love. That's why I love. That's a part of the reason why I love wrestling. The real aspect of it, seeing who they are, seeing how WWE, seeing how wrestling reveals who they are, um, as a person, and getting to know them at that on that level as a human,
Mhm.
um, and incorporating their real life in their promos. That's what I appreciate about it. And yeah, I really liked it. And his mic work was, and they both have amazing mic work. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was really good. And there's a part of me that low key hopes that somewhere down the line there won't be fighting within the bloodline because of what Royce Keys said. Because if your family, like in my perfect world, in my mind, as unrealistic as it seems, I just feel like when families together, you should just love each other and just be happy all the time and just making each other laugh and all the things and just not fighting. Because I hate fighting, you know. So maybe we'll see the bloodline actually make peace and chill the F out. But until then, we'll always have Crash Out and Jacob. Now, moving forward, we have to talk about this return.
Child, please. Oh my God. Oh my God. The way I screamed. The way I screamed. Oh my God. What? Oh my God. I can't tell you how happy I am to see him. Oh my God. I love Baron Corbin. I've missed him so much. Oh my God. It was so good. And oh my God. I'm sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
I was gonna let you have your moment
Okay.
because it means because clearly it means a lot to some people who really were Baron Corbin fans.
Yeah.
Um, Baron Corbin was cool to me, but I wasn't like a fan of his because of course he was more so of a heel a lot of the time. I think the most babyface I ever saw him was when he was last in NXT with Braun Breaker, and they were part of the Wolf Dogs, which was so funny as a tag team. But either way, like because he was a heel, I was never really like on his side because I really don't love heels like that. Um, but the first thing that popped into my mind when I saw him was, "Oh my God, it's Baron." But then the second thing that popped into my mind was, "Why are you interfering in black folks' business? Why are you in black folks' business?" I know that has nothing to do with it, but why are you in black folks' business? Because you literally have Carmelo, and we know how I feel about Carmelo, fighting for his chance to battle for the United States Championship against Trick Williams, his forever rival. And then just when he had the opportunity to get that chance and defeat Trick Williams in non-title action, up pops you. Why are you here? And then on top of that, he picks up the championship that Trick just had custom designed with Lil Yachty and the white fur. And I bet you on Friday, this coming Friday, he gonna cut a promo and be like, "I just wanted to come back because, they're treating the US title like blase blah, and I just want to, be a real champion and be rah, and be all serious and everything." And I'm just gonna be like, "Bruh, the US title has style and coolness now. Why you gotta ruin it? Why couldn't you bother somebody else? Why are you over here?" I hated it. I don't hate the fact that he's back. I love the fact that he's back because he worked his tail off, while he was gone and won things and stuff like that. So I don't hate that he's back. I just hate that he interfered in the US title black people business.
I wish he waited
Oh, you wish he waited?
at the end.
Yeah,
We went to
well,
interview.
Baron Corbin's in black people's business, y'all.
I've missed seeing South. What is it? Um. I've missed his. Why am I blanking on his? Um. Is it Deep Six? I miss seeing
Yeah,
him
the
in Deep
Deep Six,
Six.
yeah. And the End of Days, I really
End of
like.
Days. There you go. I
Yeah, he
missed.
has two moves. It's the
Yeah.
Deep Six and the End of Days. But since he's been gone, I bet he's probably come up with new stuff. So I am excited to see what else he's been working on since then. But that Deep Six and that End of Days, pretty fire stuff.
Just can't believe he's back.
I can't believe he's back either.
Are we going to talk about the other promo on Raw?
Um, I mean, yeah, we're gonna get to Raw, but I also
Okay.
wanted to talk about this belt.
I can't. Oh
this
my God.
this belt, when Lil Yachty popped out and Trick was panicking, like, "Oh my God, where's my belt?" And he popped out with this thing. I was just like, you know what? It's perfect.
Oh Lord.
It matches the coat. It matches everything Trick got on. This is extra. and I love it. It looks like an accessory that you would put in your car. It looks like an old school car accessory that you would like hang up somewhere or just put up somewhere in like in your car. And I love it. It's so extra. And I love extra. So I love it. It's cool. And then can you think and then on top of that, when he came out for his entrance, there was a little black boy in the audience dressed just like him with the white coat and everything.
Oh my god.
And that's the kind of stuff that you live for and that you love because it's representation and they see themselves in Trick. And they feel like they can, and then they can get a title like that and then complete the whole outfit and then they can go to school. Oh my god, if I were a mother, I would be so involved. Um with creating the costume. Oh
Oh
my
yeah.
god, they could go to school and dress like Trick Williams, respectfully with their shirts on and stuff, and be like, "I'm Trick Williams," and whoop that and all that with the belt and the jacket and everything like that. That's just really creative for me, and I just love stuff like that. It's just cute. Um, I love the belt. Will I be purchasing it? No, because it's not a women's title, but I love the thought that was put into customizing it, and it's great. But how long are we gonna have with this belt when Baron Corbin is back? I don't know.
That belt reminds me of Daniel Bryan's Earth Day thing, Earth,
The Planet
the
title,
planet. Yeah,
the Planet's Champion. I hated that.
me too.
When Kofi won that title and they took that title off, I said, "Thank you, Jesus." It's gone. It looked like a cookie.
Okay.
That
It
title just looked
did.
like a Girl Scout cookie to me.
I can't unsee it.
The Planet's Champion. We love you, Brian Danielson, but that Planet's Championship, it looked really cute and it looked very like campy and very naturey. But it looked like a cookie to me. So when they, gave the original title to Kofi when he won it was awesome. So yeah, but I love customized titles, but we also still need justice for Naomi and her glow title.
Oh
Because the fact that
God.
they never sold that breaks my heart to this day. And I want them to low key make another version of it. But considering she's not glowing anymore,
Mm,
I don't know if we'll ever get that chance. But either way, I love customized championships.
me too.
I love them because it just adds a different flair to something and it's not like the same thing that you always see.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, they put the belt on sale on shop.com. It is $699.99.
This?
Yes, so do what you want with your money. I'm not here to say don't buy it, but I'm just saying that $699.99. Spend it wisely. And if you want to spend it on this, then go ahead. Life is too short. Be extra. But yeah, moving forward with the men, this segment excited me in the sense that we saw Gunther attack Nick Aldis after Nick Aldis took into consideration Gunther being added to the championship match between Cody and Punk that was made. And then the whole night went by, and Nick told Gunther, "Look, I'm going to put you in a match, but it's not the match that you want." And he made the match that we will be seeing at Saturday night's main event with the tag team bout between Cody and Punk and him and Sami Zayn. Gunther didn't like this. So because him and Nick Aldis have been beefing since Night of Champions, he proceeds to beat the crap out of Nick Aldis to the point to where security and the referees had to pull them apart. If this match is happening at SummerSlam, I'm present for it because
I
I've
want
been
to see
waiting
it.
for Nick Aldis to come up out that suit for years now. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for everybody to see what Nick Aldis is all about. Nick Aldis, the wrestler. Nick Aldis, the longtime NWA champion. Nick Aldis, Mickey James' husband. Y'all gonna get it cracking. I'm so ready for it. Let's make this match official today. I'm pumped.
I actually want to see it. No, now since knowing that he actually wrestled and knowing that, wow, knowing that he's Mickey James's husband changed still blows my mind.
Hmm. They both have great taste in partners.
They really do.
They really do. They complement each other so well.
I love that.
I love it. I love wrestling love. May it find me one day.
May it find
Um,
one day. May it find us
yes,
one
both
day.
of us one day.
Yeah.
But I'm ready for this match, babe. Oh, I'm so ready.
I would
I'm
like to
ready.
have it on SummerSlam. I see it at either night one of SummerSlam.
I want it at night two.
Oh, well, damn. Okay, well,
I mean,
either
not saying
way.
that what I mean, night one is valid. It's 100% valid. But I feel like a match like this, Nick Aldis wrestling in WWE is a night two experience personally for me. But if it happens in night one, I'm not gonna be mad.
Okay,
I won't be mad about it if it happens night one. But I want it night two. Yeah,
I want that at all.
this is an occasion. This is a momentous occasion for me. I'm ready.
Same.
I'm ready. It's gonna be cool. So yeah, and of course we have this beautiful face off between these beautiful humans. Cody, made his way to the ring after CM Punk wanted to address the people after he won his title, moving to SmackDown. And he said, "Look, anybody can get it. If you feel like I have something that belongs to you, come and talk to me. Let's do it." And so Cody Rhodes is the first person to come out naturally because he was supposed to have the match on Monday Night Raw before Gunther attacked him and rendered him
That's right.
unable to compete, which allowed CM Punk to take his place and win the title off of Sami Zayn in Chicago. So now Cody's like, "Look, I'm fully recovered. You and I have been bouncing around fighting each other for a while, but it seems very inevitable and we can't avoid this anymore." And it was almost very affectionate to the point to where they were staring at each other, and then Cody told him around WrestleMania time, "I told you, all you have to do is say when." And then CM Punk said when. And baby, we are here. He said when, just like Doc Holliday and Tombstone, and we got a battle at the OK Corral between Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. It is official. I'm ready.
I love CM Punk's nose. I love a good nose.
Oh wow. Yes. They were their face cards are really grand.
I like a good Punk, Cody, Raheem face off. Can you go back to that? Can you go back to that again? Can I see that? Wait, look at that. Come on.
Like they even shook hands and touched each other's nose at one point, and I was just like,
He
"Well,
did.
if y'all want to kiss, then come
Right.
on."
I'm
It
not
was
mad at
funny. It was
it.
really, really funny. I was like, "Oh my god, what is happening here? Like, did y'all mean to get that close?" But in the heat of battle, in the heat of exchange, things happen. But it's okay. They're very affectionate with one another, and that affection is gonna fly out the window, I'm sure, pretty soon. Because
and
for that
Cody's
undisputed WWE Championship, Cody will go there.
and Cody is a very, very handsome man.
Oh, he
Come on,
is.
come on, Raheem. That's my pastor right there. This
Yeah.
I this is
Bishop Cordell Raheem Rhodes.
that's what when I was watching this. Oh my god! You know what I thought? This I said this reminds me of like when like a like a he's know how a pastor meeting like the
A pastor meeting who?
um this looks like a pastor trying to convert an atheist and like a conversion or
Have mercy.
I don't know. It looks like that. What was the not he's not the, he is a second city saint, but what was he had this when he straight edge society. Yes, he's the
Yes.
savior of the straight edge society. Yeah, that we got the pastor and the savior of
And the
the
followers, yeah. and the disciples.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you
Punk
got
was,
Black
and when Punk was growing his hair and he had his beard, he was definitely giving
Jesus.
Jesus vibes,
Yes. And
which is
then
so hilarious because he knows, I'm pretty sure he knows iconography because he's a very intelligent person. So he knows like the pictures and the iconography of Christianity.
yeah.
But yeah, he's not that guy.
And
He's not that
also
guy.
notice notice the color. Notice the colors they're wearing. Cody's wearing white and Punk is wearing black. This could
Right. Cody was
foreshadow.
wearing white and red too, like with the suspenders.
What's the red?
The suspenders that Cody has on his shoulder.
What does the red signify though?
Oh, I don't know. But
I'm just,
just the difference of the thing. It's very it's giving kind of political for some reason.
I'm just seeing light and the light side and the dark side. Maybe that this could foreshadow a heel turn for Punk and like
Yeah.
baby or good guy Cody. I don't know.
Yeah, there could be a switching of the guard, like I said earlier when we were talking about our predictions. There really could be a switching of the guard at SummerSlam. Like this has very high stakes and I'm just very excited about it. I find that the more matches they make for SummerSlam, the more excited I become.
Yeah,
This has the potential to be one of the best SummerSlams of all time.
I agree.
It literally does, and I just cannot wait. I just cannot wait for it. It's gonna be nuts. I feel like this might make me cry. I don't know. Like it's just so intense. I'm just so excited. It's oh god, this is official, and I'm just so excited about it. Oh Jesus, it's coming up. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm just getting overwhelmed thinking about it. Okay, let's move on. I know you wanted to talk about this special birthday present that you got. In speaking about CM Punk, CM Punk had a really amazing interview, from what I hear, with Stephanie McMahon on her show called "What's Your Story with Steph McMahon." So, Bianca, I know you watched it because it came out on your birthday, and of course, I know how you feel about Punk. So, how did you feel about it, and what did
I,
you like about the interview?
oof. Well, I loved all 3 hours of it, 2 to 3 hours of it. I love how real. Oh, I love how real he is. I always appreciate how human and normal he is. Like you don't see him being followed by anyone. Like he's so normal, and I respect that so much. I really love the when he like love the story of when he proposed to AJ, and how it's not about this. It's not just about that story. It's what I want for me, for my man, my future man. You know, when he comes along, um, yeah. I just anyway. Um, but I love he always drops a lot of gems and a lot of great quotes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, he one two he wanted two. Ooh, I'm sorry. Two of the quotes that um I got I got from this really resonate with me, and I would take for life. Stick with me for life. One of them is he said, "History doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes." And then just oof, oof,
What a bar!
child.
Ooh. History doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes.
That's so profound. Like, oh,
My God.
I know, right? And then another one quote that he drops is, "If you feel like you're going through hell, keep going." And I'm just like, oh, I had to stop this. I had to stop it and I had to write it in my notepad.
You're making me want to watch it because
It's so good. He talks about AJ, obviously. He talks about
I did see one clip of him talking about Larry.
yes, yeah. He talks
Yeah.
yeah. Uh, many stuff. Oh, he talks about his sister and family and his upbringing
Hmm.
and
I wish I had time to watch it tonight, but I gotta go to work tomorrow.
watch it when you can because it's amazing. And Stephanie and Punk, thank you for this gift. Punk, you know how much I adore and respect and love you. Not romantic, obviously, but
Mm.
but I love you so much. And oh my gosh, can't wait for us to meet again and 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 again. And again 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 and again.
All
Did I say
right.
again? Okay. But yeah,
Yes.
it was a great interview and I love Steph and I just want to like and Stephanie the question she made sure that the that she asked question that she made sure that the listener watching uh learns great lessons because she asked a question about something along the lines of someone who's watching this. What could you say to them that will I don't know that will help them in life? I'm paraphrasing, but that will allow them to not that will allow them to feel less alone. And I really relate to his story coming from a small town. I do live in a small town, Pung. I told you that I didn't. I told you that I live in Los Angeles. But San Gabriel is a small town, like fifth, not even 100,000, not even. Yeah, it's yeah. San Gabriel is small, so yes, I do live in a small town. Um, but yeah, it was just a great watch. It's worth it. It was. I will definitely watch it again. Um, yeah, I have to watch it again. Um, but it's a great watch. It's worth it. And he talks about donuts. And
I will say this though, when they did announce the interview initially, I was very surprised. Um, Simply because I can remember, because it's not that far off. We're not that far removed from the 15th anniversary, I think, of his pipe bomb.
yes, he talks about
And in that pipe bomb, he literally he called Stephanie McMahon idiotic. And
yeah,
so it's just kind of like that still rings in my mind. So I know they've probably squashed that, forever ago, but that just radiates in my brain forever. So a part of me is just like I'm very enthralled at the idea that they're sitting here and having this conversation, and does that even ever come up? Um but, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, maybe it has in private. I don't know. But I know I love both of them,
me too.
because of course I'm naturally biased towards Stephanie because duh. Um but yeah, I am going to give it a watch, and it sounds like it was very profound.
Yeah,
So,
it was.
big ups to this interview coming out on your birthday, and I'm so happy you enjoyed it and took notes of quotes that you enjoyed. I love that because usually when I listen to podcasts, I don't usually take notes. I just listen. But maybe I should do that more often and actually write stuff down as it's happening.
CM
Cause
Punk drops many great quotes. One of them was, "I won't trade my authenticity for approval. Being hated by losers is the price I pay for not being one of them."
Yeah, he said that
And
in a promo
yeah,
once.
yeah,
Yeah,
and yeah,
pretty awesome. Yeah, Philip is cool.
Pepsi
So,
fan.
yeah. So we move into Raw, and one thing I enjoyed from Monday Night Raw was the match between Io Sky and Roxanne Perez. Even though I know the primary colors for Judgment Day is like purple and black, I love that Roxanne had on this black and pink gear because it reminded me a lot of the Hearts,
Hmm.
and Natty and everything. It was really cute and very Heart Foundation ish. And the way that these two women were wrestling each other, it was amazing. The crowd was into it. They were cheering for Io the entire time. Like it was, this is awesome chants radiated throughout. And the thing that I appreciated the most in this match is just seeing Roxanne target Io, and her leg and her knee, which essentially grounds her and keeps her from her high flying arsenal, which essentially gives Liv the upper hand in their match at SummerSlam. But of course, Io battled through that because she's a warrior woman and won the match, right? But it was just really tough to watch Roxanne just destroy her like this, but the match was fantastic. But of course, Judgment Day attacked Io. And then when Sol Ruka, the women's IC champion, tried to help Io, they wound up, beating up on her. And this is how it ended, with Liv being triumphant and saying that she will always be the women's world champion, and she's the greatest and all of the above. So, yeah. Um, but just all in all, I enjoyed the match that took place before it. It was peak women's wrestling graps for sure.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Really, like you said, I really like the colors, the homage to Heart Family or Blackpink.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Yeah.
Or
Really
maybe
like.
she watches the Hardy Wrestling podcast and loves our background.
Hi. It is Black.
Maybe.
Oh my god! Wow. Forgot about that. Um. But yeah, I'm glad Eel won, and this whole Liv Morgan revenge. I feel like she's never not been on her revenge tour. I feel like she just doesn't say that she's on her revenge tour, but like I don't,
Well, it's
it was
like
like
her revenge tour was sort of solely placed on Rhea at first.
yeah,
So I feel like that part of the revenge tour is kind of done. And I feel like at this point she's just sort of basking in her own ego, especially since she won the title back from Stephanie HWP. I just feel like right now she's just basking in her own ego and she's power drunk. So this is power drunk Liv. I don't think this is even a revenge tour. I just think this is just her just being power drunk and thinking that her chickens aren't going to come home to roost. But here again, she got cursed. So we'll see how that continues to reverberate, like we talked about earlier. But yeah, as she continues to beat up on Io and everything, it's just kind of like here again, you need your team to help beat her down. You need your team to injure her and not even keep her in top condition in order for you to have the upper hand. Because otherwise, if everything is fair and everything is clear, you can't beat Io. Io's beaten you before. So it's just kind of like, okay, like what more can you do? But, we'll see what happens. But in the end, we all know she's still cursed. So we'll see.
you're right. She is power hungry,
Yep, she's power drunk.
power drunk.
And I'm still waiting for the day that Raquel and Roxanne, rebel. But, we'll see.
And I feel like I feel like that's coming.
It is coming. Um, I this segment and also my life is a part of the reason why this episode is titled Heartbreak Hotel, because the way Maxine Dupree slash Darth Dupree basically wrecked the Alpha Babes and continued to choose Austin Theory was absolutely nuts. And what's so funny is before she even officially fully turned the way that she did on Otis and Tozawa, she was already getting booed out of the arena anyway. They were booing the crap out of her and they were calling her a sellout.
Mm.
Like, it's so crazy. It's like, as cool as Maxine was as a babyface, like, she generated a lot of hate with this. And I love this for her. I feel like professionally, I love this for her. But at the same time, oh my God, the idea of her, having this one-on-one discussion with Otis and with Tozawa, and her telling the Vision to kind of just leave and just let us talk. You know, it was so sad to see Otis like, no, like, you deserve better than this, and almost say he had feelings for her. That broke my heart, but then at the same time I was like, are we really going to do this again? Um but then Maxine was like, why didn't you tell me how you felt about me? And right when it seemed like, you know,
I wanted
he
that
was
so
right when it seemed like she was about to, feed into Otis's love,
I wanted to see that so bad. Oh my god.
Austin Theory ran up and hit him in his hoo-ha and then grabbed the microphone and said, what makes you think Maxine, a girl as hot as Maxine, would ever want to be with a guy like you? And I said, I raise you this. Austin Theory, have you forgotten the days of old when Otis pulled Mandy Rose?
I
Let's not play pretend, okay? Like, let's not have memory loss just because this was forever ago and before and into the pandemic era. And I remember this fondly
me
because
too.
this was going on when I first started the Hardy Wrestling Podcast.
Wow.
Literally, this was going on. And because I love wrestling love stories, whether they're real or not real, this was so adorable to me. And I just love the idea of this every man, being in love with this super, super gorgeous girl. Because Mandy Sachs is a gorgeous woman, like top tier, super gorgeous. And, everybody's like, oh, well, I can't believe she would ever be with a guy like him. But, bro, love is love. It hits you when it hits you. And these two, I was so invested. They were so cute. Like, he saved her from being eliminated in the Royal Rumble that year. Like, Sonya Deville was jealous of it. It was a time to be alive. It was a fun time to be alive and a fun time to start a wrestling podcast. I swear to God. So Austin Theory was really talking out the side of his neck with that. Like, I was just like, you're not finna play Otis to the side. Like, we didn't see him pull one of the most beautiful women of all time. We're not gonna do this. But anyway, Maxine chose Austin and fully stabbed the Alpha Babes in the back, and Darth Dupree is still here. Bianca, what were your thoughts on this heartbreaking segment?
It was just sad. I was very I was I wanted Maxine and Otis to kiss so bad. But
Oh.
then that low blow happened and then I gasped. And then oh, and then seeing the heartbreak on Akira Tozawa's face. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I, f- I keep saying that this is exactly what Chad Gable did.
It is. And then
So
somebody else said that on Twitter, and when they said that, I think it was Phil Lindsay who hosts Grapsity with Fightful and Righteous Reg. Shout out to them. He tweeted the exact same thing, and I was like, "Oh my god, my host said that." Like on Monday night, I was like, "Bianca said that." But it's true. That's essentially what Maxine did. It's almost like the poison drips through. It's like if you go through some level of trauma, the trauma you've been through, if it's not, you know, exercise in a healthy way, you put it on someone else.
and then
And
I
that's what
do
she did.
I will say this. I did see what she said on that podcast when she was talking about how people compare her to Liv and Dom.
Mhm.
I do respect the heel aspect of it. Um, and talking about how um she how they're compared, how they're called Timu, Liv and Dom, and
Mhm.
saying, "Oh, I don't shop there. I have money. I have lots of money." Um,
Right.
a girl. Um, aren't you married? Um,
Look.
uh, but the whole thing was just so sad. And
Yeah.
but I do like a good character change. But it was just very sad.
Yeah, it was very sad. And I did mention on the last episode that I don't necessarily like they're comparing Austin Theory and Maxine to Liv and Dom, because here again, Liv and Dom have not been fully living and doming the way that they used to. So and I think that's the distinct difference with them at this point. So I'm okay with it. But then, however, things did escalate between Austin Theory, The Vision, and Paul Heyman, because Paul Heyman was like, "Look, if you have Maxine, you know, doing your bidding like that, then what do you need me for?" So it's like
Mm.
Paul Heyman has completely abandoned The Vision now. Crazy work. Crazy work. And speaking of more crazy work, we got to get into the disrespect that Lyra Val. Just so y'all know, Lyra Valkyria, my nickname for Lyra Valkyria is Lyra Val, because a thing that me and my mom used to do is just shorten people's names, just because for fun, just for fun. And and sometimes and Lyra Val just came out. So, if you hear me say Lyra Val, I'm talking about Lyra Valkyria, just so you won't
Actually,
get confused.
I like it.
Yeah, I just shorten people's names like that. We do that all the time. So it's our thing. But Lyra Valkyria and Bailey had their face off. And Bailey asked her, why did you do what you did to me? Like, why would you stab me in the back like this? And Lyra came
Mm.
out there looking all disheveled and told her, "Look, you weren't even the best part of our tag team. I was doing all the work." She essentially called Bailey dead weight.
Mm.
And then she took it a step further and told her that you are the reason that all of your partners leave you
Mm.
and have gone on to better things. They step
Mm.
on top of you and they use you as a stepping stool into other things. And then she took the knife and she drove the knife even further by saying that she was the worst horsewoman.
Mm.
And I said, I cannot believe you disrespected that girl like that. This
Mm.
made me upset because in my mind, we all know I think Mercedes Moné is number one. She's to me, Mercedes is number one on the horsewomen, but Bailey is the number two, because you do not get the next generation or the next three generations of women's wrestlers without Mercedes and Bailey's match in NXT Takeover Brooklyn. Mercedes didn't just wrestle that match by herself; she fought Bailey, and Bailey beat her. Okay, so she's a part of that generational run that Lyra and so many others are having behind them. So the disrespect that people have for Bailey as a superstar is just utterly ridiculous. And I think another disrespectful thing that Lyra said in this promo was the fact that there's a reason you're not put on the posters and you're not put on the larger matches, for the cards. It's because you're not, important enough and you're the worst horsewoman.
Mm.
And what's so crazy is people have said this online, and I've seen the discourse surrounding Bailey where people will be like, "Oh, well, they don't put her on a poster because they don't think she fits like the certain archetype of, what a superstar is supposed to look like," which is ridiculous because Bailey's beautiful to me. She always has been.
Mm.
Um, no matter what hair color, no matter what character she was, Bailey was beautiful to me. All the women now just fit more of the average everyday woman that you see every day. Every woman doesn't look alike, and that's how it's supposed to be. So the idea of Bailey being seen as a lesser, or as just a good hand is ridiculous. But I like that Lyra at least took from the discourse that people have about Bailey online and used it, but it was hella disrespectful in character. I was like, damn, Lyra. All the things that she was insecure about, you threw it in her face.
Yeah.
But Bailey said, look, I've had a list of accomplishments that's longer than yours, and I'm going to add another one when I beat your ass at Saturday night's main event, which led to them getting into a brawl. But this was really cool. I enjoyed this.
This always brings me back to when she would say that she's never on WrestleMania posters. She's like never on the main event. And that makes me upset because like ugh, like you talk about her being a she's a pillar. She's a horse woman and um going oh my god. Yeah, she deserves a lot. She deserves better. And I wish that would happen already. Knowing how long she's been in the business. Yes. I wish she would be treated more fairly.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's sad.
It's very sad because Miss Ma'am is fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. And hopefully this will be a part of better things to come for her. And I hope she does win on Saturday night's main event because people have been playing on Bailey's top for far too long, and it's time to put an end to it.
I agree.
It really is. Now, in talking about the men, I know Bianca, you wanted to talk about Obafemi because Mr. Sir went to war with the police, and I loved it. Bianca,
Yeah.
get into what you liked about this segment because you messaged me and told me why is Paul Heyman and Bruno out here with the police on my birthday, and I was like, I don't
Right.
even know how to answer that question.
Right. I said, man, why is Bruno and that potato on my screen on my birthday calling Oba a Nigerian dummy? That pisses me off as a Nigerian American. I said, like, that, how dare they do
Hmm.
that when he's dropping gems and telling you how he will beat Bruno, your associate, um, on SummerSlam? Yeah, on at SummerSlam. Like, how dare you? But I get um and then this happened. My gosh. Wow. I love a good Opa. Uh you can never go wrong with the Opa promo. I love a good
You
Oprah
can't.
promo. He will go places. I'm excited for this match. But this, how he took that and sold it so perfectly. Oh my goodness. Wow. I
Right.
know
And
Oba said a lot of stuff, but yeah, it was great.
yeah, it was great. And watching him toss the police like that was really interesting. But while this segment was going on, my brain was like, Pumpkinhead is really exhibiting huge Karen behavior coming out here with the police like this. Um, and I hated it. But then once Oba started tossing them around, I was like, yeah. Um, it was fantastic. But then I loved how Oba cut the promo and said that, yeah, I might have moved. Well, because Paul was calling Oba obsessed with Pumpkinhead.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, no, he's not obsessed with him. Because if I recall, I do believe, well, actually, it was Oba who started it. And then they fought each other and it's 1-1. So my thing is, he's not obsessed with him. He just does not like the fact that as a man who keeps trying to claim like he's the big dog on campus keeps attacking him from behind, and that's just on like some street stuff. So Oba's not obsessed with him. He just wants to end him. And then when he called him a dumb Nigerian, I was just like, Paul, I'm gonna need for you to calm down. Like on some real, like on some real black pride shit. I'm gonna need for you to chill. And I'm not, and I don't know what my ancestry is. I do not claim to be Nigerian. I don't know what my ancestry is just yet. But I hated hearing a white man on television say, and call Oba a dumb Nigerian, because Nigerian people are not dumb.
No. We're,
African people are not dumb. African people of every diaspora, no matter where they're from, are not dumb. We are a very intelligent people. In fact, you could almost argue that we're almost even more superior sometimes. And I think that's what bothers white people so bad, but whatever. We're going to move past that. Um, it's just, oh my God. Hearing him say that just irritated me. Just like that time Jay cut that promo that wasn't on Netflix in the US, but he cut that promo and made fun of Oba and saying that he was going to send him back to Nigeria. I was like, calm down. Calm down now. Let's not get too comfortable. Okay? You don't just say stuff like that and it's okay. Like, you're not going to send anybody back anywhere. It's
yeah.
like they be saying stuff like this without fully thinking about the connotation and the pain that's attached to their words. Words matter, and you do not tell a black person to go back to Africa.
Right.
You don't do that. That's rude as fuck. I know I'm cursing, I'm sorry. But that is rude as fuck, and you will get slapped. Like, if somebody told me that today in the street, I'm beating their ass. And now I'm acting like a crash out. But that's just on some ancestral realness. Like, I'm gonna beat your ass if you
Yeah.
tell me something like that. Like, I can't do it. Um but yeah, like, let's tone down the microaggressions, please. But Oba, yeah, Oba tossing the police was the perfect way to cap off a Monday evening for sure. And then I also liked how in the promo he said that, look, if I had have gotten a championship opportunity, then Brock would have ruined it for me anyway.
Mm.
And he would have, because we were waiting for that. Like, I was low key waiting for him to ruin the chance for him to win King of the Ring, if we're gonna keep it above. But he didn't. So Oba, he got his head on right, and I hope he destroys him in Hell in a Cell, because I'm tired.
Today.
So yeah. Also, I want to give my tens to Javon Evans, because the way he performed in this gauntlet match to become number one contender for the Intercontinental title was amazing. It was superb. It was top tier. He really showed a lot of heart. And then after the match ended, he said he was tired of losing on Instagram. And I'm tired of him losing too, because I feel like he should have been Intercontinental champion. And I feel like now that Chad Gable has become the number one contender, he's going to probably win in Minnesota, because that's his home state,
Yeah.
which will be cool for him and everything given the year he's had. But I'm tired of seeing Javon Evans get these opportunities and losing. Like, when are we going to see him actually, like, rock out and actually win a thing like Oba has? Like, you've crowned the future, King of the Ring. So why can't we crown the future in terms of the IC championship? Like, when are we going to let these new people cook? Now, mind you, Trick Williams is cooking with the US title, and that's great. But it needs to be time for Javon. It really does. So I'm hoping that somewhere down the line it will turn around for him. But yeah.
It will. I believe it. I just don't know when.
Yeah.
I want to say SummerSlam, but
But
maybe
it's
Money in the
not.
Bank.
Oh my God,
Maybe.
Javon in the bank with him, and I hope he qualifies for that match, because the aerial stunts he would perform off of those ladders will gag me.
Yeah.
He will eat in that match for sure. But I would
In
love
New
it. I would love
Orleans.
it. Right,
Same.
but I would love it if he won Money in the Bank. That would be great. It would be cool.
Oh
Also,
God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
also,
Oh my God.
we got a bit of a segment detailing the comeback of a certain 7 foot tall man. And you can't teach that.
No.
Big Cass, is that you, player?
Oh my god.
Bianca,
The
what's
way
wrong?
oh, I'm just again, the way I screamed, the way I wow. Oh my god. I wish I saw Enzo though. But this is a
Right.
shock. Oh my god. Again, I the last thing I expected to see was this. Was it he
Hmm.
on AEW?
He was on AEW
See? Wow.
as Big Bill.
Now he's pulling a punk and coming back now. But my goodness.
Yeah, I do wish Real One slash Enzo was also making a comeback with him because I feel like for the sake of vibes, that was enthrall me like greatly. But I'm not sure what's going on with that. But they did show a lot of clips of him and the certified G signs that would be in the audience back in the day and everything with this segment. So who knows what we'll see, but so far it's looking like it's just big ass.
And I love that.
Me too.
He's branching out and not being in someone's shadow when he returns. You
Hmm.
know? So yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, this is gonna be a pretty insane couple of days
So
because this is the day after. This is the Monday after SummerSlam, night two.
oh,
So this is gonna be nuts.
that
It's
man.
gonna be crazy.
Ah,
But of course, to end our talk about the men's division on Raw, we have to talk about the contract signing between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Um, this is where Seth Rollins decided to kind of go in on the microphone and sort of talk about how, Roman has never beat him. And it seemed as if Seth was sort of treating this as if it was that this match was going to be like a walk in the park because he's beaten him so many times before. And Roman didn't take too kindly to that, so he decided to take it to hell. Um, it was like, how Michelle Obama always says, like, when they go low, we go high.
mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns said, "Look, I'm gonna take this to hell because I'm sick of this," and he proceeded to railroad Seth Rollins and talk about how he'll always be number two to him.
Mm-hmm.
And tell me why, in my goofy brain, in my goofy wrestling brain, like if Roman really wanted to be savage, he could say, "You're not even number one in your own household." I would have
Ooh.
but he really could have said that and it would have been nuts. But he didn't go that route. And that's okay because sometimes people go that route and get too personal, you know, and they use it to death. So I completely understand why. But in my head, I was like, he could have said that and that would have been fine, but whatever. And then he proceeded to talk about how when Seth Rollins is champion, he can't handle the weight of it because his bones always break and he always gets injured. And I was just like, what? I was like, why would you say that to him? That was just so rude. And it's crazy to even think about because Seth, he be going hard and yeah, he does get injured. And then he also talked about how he feels that management gave Seth Rollins all of his stuff and he would always still be number two. We gave you my wise man. They gave you money in the bank twice. They even gave you my main event and you are still number two. And I
Mm.
was just like, God, Jesus, this is scathing. And Seth Rollins crashed out and told him, "Yeah, I'm not like you and I never wanted to be you. I'm fine. I'm just fine being myself and all of this other stuff," which led to them getting into a brawl. And Seth gave him a curb stomp and cussed him out and then stomped his head, gave him the stomp, the whole stomp, and nothing but the stomp. And and that's how Raw ended.
I liked it. I'm glad they're back together. But it brought something. It felt very nostalgic as a Shield fan, And they also and that documentary of the rise and fall of the Shield.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah, and um
John
the way
Moxley.
that they both narrated the videos.
Mhm.
Um yeah, I really liked it. And I'm
Yeah,
glad that
I
this is a
liked it
match
too.
at SummerSlam.
Me too. I liked it too. It's gonna get real heated up in there. And I mean real heated, but it's just so it just tugs at my heartstrings every time I see the Shield stuff and John Moxley's there and I can't really mention him and it's just like no. Oh God.
My delusional self really wants Dean Ambrose to come back.
I
Or
don't
as John Moxley.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen. I think the only way it'll happen is if he goes to the Hall of Fame or something.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna happen because he seems very very happy and content in AEW. So
Hey,
oh
Dolph Ziggler was happy at where was he? TNA?
yeah, he's
And
still in
then
TNA. He's the world champion.
didn't he come back as Dolph Ziggler?
Yes, he did, but that was for the John Cena's final match tournament.
Right. Maybe just for like one, like for old time's sake. John Moxley can return to WWE as Dean Ambrose and then just go back to AEW as John
I don't
Moxley.
think that'll work.
No, oh, okay.
I feel like yeah,
Again, I'm
yeah,
being
no,
delusional.
no,
My Delulu.
no. I'm sorry. That's not gonna happen. They're in direct competition with each other. It's
Yeah.
not gonna work. I'm sorry. I can't. Normally, I would like to feed into people's delusions, but this, I no. I'm sorry. That's just not how it works. We have to deal with what we've got, but what we've got is great, and I'm ready for this match.
Me too.
Now, moving into NXT, I love seeing Lillian Garcia doing ring announcing for NXT. I'm not entirely sure if this has happened before, I can't remember, but it was very refreshing to see her be a part of things because when she started ring announcing during my childhood, NXT did not exist.
Mm.
NXT did not exist. Shawn Michaels and Triple H were running roughshod over WWE in the Attitude Era, and all kinds of crazy things were happening. So this is how life has turned out and evolved over time. And so the idea of her being here amongst the future and announcing all of these, up and coming stars was just really incredible. And Lillian Garcia is definitely a pillar of women in ring announcing and women in wrestling period, and I just love and appreciate her so much. So it was really cool to see her there, and if she came back more often that would be awesome. So yeah, I love Lillian, and I'm probably going to listen to her song from WWE Originals later because it's a power anthem.
Ooh.
So Bianca, I don't know if you've ever heard about this, but when Jim Johnston was doing WWE's music
Mm.
back in the day,
Yeah.
they actually made an album of WWE superstars singing different versions of their theme songs or just
Really?
different songs that were just originally made for them. And because Lillian Garcia knows how to sing because she's done like anthems and stuff for WWE before, she actually recorded a song called You Don't Know Me, and
Is that
it's
her entrance song?
amazing. It's I don't know if that's still her entrance song, but she used it at one point when the song and when the CD first came out back in the day. And I was obsessed with the song when it came out. And then she also made an album too called Quiero Vivir, I think.
Oh, Spanish.
Um Cause yeah, she's a Hispanic woman. I think she's from Spain, if I'm not mistaken, or of Spanish descent. But either way, like Miss Ma'am had a whole recording artist career. Like she's an artist, and I was obsessed with her power anthem on WWE Originals. I definitely recommend going back in time and listening to those compilation albums. They're on streaming, and you can listen to them. But those were the days where I would just ride in the car with my dad and listen to wrestling CDs. That's a level of wrestling fandom that I hold very near and dear.
I really love that.
Yeah.
I lo- as a aspiring future WWE ring announcer, I really, really do appreciate that Lillian is the first female ring announcer in WWE, and she
Hmm.
opened the doors for aspiring um, ring announcers and, dare I say, future ring announcers of color. Because
Absolutely.
without, if it was without Lillian, there would be no Alicia Taylor, there would be no Eden Styles, there would be no JoJo, Samantha Irvin,
Hmm.
Ebony Rose, uh,
Yeah.
and so many countless others. So,
Yeah.
and she still has the same bangs since the beginning of time. So,
Exactly.
and hairstyle. Um,
Yeah, Lillian is awesome.
yeah.
Now, I will say something that I did not like, that I do find interesting is that Natty walking around, of course, with her dungeon dames, I think is what I started calling them. You have Nikita Lyons, the Evolve Women's Champion, Carmen Petrovic, and Layla Diggs, who was sadly injured at an NXT Live event, so she couldn't go one on one with Zarya for the women's North American title. And when she tried to say something to Robert Stone, the general manager, in the middle, Natty cut her off. And I hated that. I was just like, hold on, Natty. Just because you're the leader of this faction does not mean you can just be rude to Layla Diggs because she got injured. It's not her fault. Like, do not be rude just because you're the Loki legend. I hated that. So I'm hoping that Layla Diggs heals up, number one. And number two, finds her voice and, you know, prove that she can shine without being disrespected by Natty and everybody else. I hated that. Absolutely hated it. Just because you're an elder doesn't mean you disrespect people.
I do
Also, huh?
I I do like seeing Natty on NXT. I know that the what she did to um is it Layla Diggs?
Mm-hmm.
Was disrespectful. Um but I do like that she's guiding the next generation of female superstars in NXT. Because yeah, I like that. I hope. a- Am I wrong for saying that?
No, you're not wrong for saying that because it's a good look for her to be guiding the next generation of like female superstars, but character wise being disrespectful to them is a whole other thing.
And Nick, and what you said about Layla Diggs, and I go back to Naomi and her perceived with caution. I hope she finds herself and finds and gets the courage to stand up for herself and branch out and be her own person and get the respect that she deserves. Because
Absolutely.
so yeah, yeah. But then what was I gonna say about Natty? I lost it. But yeah, I'm really glad that she's a part of NXT. And oh yeah, yeah. But I just wish that on TV on the main roster, she got she will get more opportunities when she goes back to the main roster, more
Mhm.
championships. Um, because I haven't seen her win a championship in a while,
Yeah.
and I hope that she does. I hope that this is the begin. This is the catalyst of her championship.
Yeah, I feel like a feud between her and Rhea would do numbers.
Yeah,
Like that would be really nuts if she wanted to go to SmackDown and challenge for the women's championship, or even if she went back on Raw and wanted to challenge somebody like Liv for the women's world title. That would be cool too. So if Natty goes back to the main roster, if she chooses to, she has a plethora of opportunity that she could take if they, want to go there with her. And yeah, like you said, like Layla Diggs calls herself Miss Everything, which I love. But my thing is, you can't be Miss Everything and take everybody with you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, yep, that's a lesson she's gonna have to learn.
Not everyone can evolve with you
Exactly.
and grow with you.
Yeah. And I love the main event. I feel like this is the third week in a row the women have main evented in NXT, and I love that for them because they just thrive there. And they're the most interesting part of the entire show. Fight me on it. But the triple threat match for the number one contendership for the NXT women's title was pretty heated, and it was very athletic and really cool. I loved everything that Callie Armstrong did, and I loved everything that Kalani Jordan did. But Lola Vice wound up being very quick on the draw, and she made my girl Kalani upset after she won because she was screaming afterward, and I was like, no, no. But Lola Vice wound up winning the number one contendership, and I'm not mad about that because, of course, she lost the title to Kendall Gray. So her having a rematch just makes sense. And I can see her in this rematch. With this rematch about to happen, I can see this being the last NXT match she has before she is ultimately brought up to the main roster. Um, Lola Vice has definitely earned it if she is about to go up to the main roster. But her versus Kendall Gray, the first match they had was really good. So I am looking forward to see them fight again. But I really wanted Kalani to win because
Um,
I'm tired of watching her lose these number one contendership matches and continue to put herself out there only to constantly lose because she almost had it this time, but it just didn't work out that way. And Callie Armstrong has all the time in the world, because she's still relatively new to NXT. But Kalani, she needs to, they need to just stop playing in her face.
I actually wanted Callie to win.
Oh,
Honest with you,
shake the table then.
because I, because
Shake it.
because because like I don't know, I just like Callie Armstrong's vibe, and she's just very cool, and I I I just want to see her win, and I think her birthday is tomorrow or on Saturday.
Oh, cool.
So she's also a Cancerian, so I'm a little biased about that. But and she's also from California. Um, yeah, I wanted her to win. And the promo she gave before the trip, the main event. I'm glad she was a part of the main event. I see great potential with Kelly Armstrong, and I'm sad after she lost. But like you said, she's relatively new, and can't wait to see her ascend into greatness. Is she? She felt. Oh, she's in freeze. I was like, oh god.
No, I didn't freeze. I'm sorry. It's just some technology stuff that's going on. But yeah, it's a little much, but I am ready. I am glad that you feel that way. But hopefully Callie will have her opportunity at some point. But at the same time, I wanted, I really just wanted um Kalani to win because she's been there in NXT for so long, and it just doesn't make sense
Mm,
for her to have been there this long and not gotten a chance. It just doesn't make sense. It's weird.
even
But
that.
hopefully we'll be, on the verge of turning it around. But I'm really kind of just tired of watching Kalani lose because she's just so talented, and she's gotten more and more aggressive and just much better as she's evolved in NXT. So I'm just tired of watching her lose at this point. Just like Javon Evans, I'm tired of her losing. I'm tired of him losing. It's just like there are people who deserve opportunities and aren't getting them, and it's just like, bruh,
Yeah,
enough is enough.
yeah. I don't like
So
how WWE keeps working great superstars with potential.
yeah, it's like giving them the opportunity is just sort of like the win, and I'm just like, no, like giving them the match, yes, is a win, but it's not the win. And
Right.
these people work their tails off for the win.
Yeah.
So stop just dangling the carrot in their face and making them run for it. Like, give them the chance.
Like that analogy.
Like, I've had enough. I've had enough. But, hopefully she'll make it work somehow. And then Jada Parker got jumped by the Dungeon Dames, which led to a rematch between her and Natty being made for this coming Tuesday. I honestly, I'm happy that they're getting a rematch, but I wish that there was a stipulation involved, like maybe they should be an underground or something, because the way that Jada Parker performed in that first match against Natty, I feel like that was one of the best matches she ever had, and I feel like it's not talked about enough. I feel like this was one of the best matches that Jada Parker ever had in her entire tenure in NXT. And for her to go toe to toe with somebody like Natty like that was great, even though she lost. So I just really feel like if they did like an NXT Underground match, it would be fire.
That would be cool.
But they're just doing a regular match Tuesday. But I still think it's going to be good regardless. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. But I'm still I honestly felt like this should have had a stipulation, but I'm not the boss. I'm not cooking. Now, as far as the men go, there were only two men segments on NXT that I really liked, and it was Saquon Sugars looking for partners to battle against Dark State with, and he went around asking everybody. He even low key asked Ren Sinclair, the women's speed champion, and Kendall Gray, the NXT women's champion, if they could be partners, and they were like, no. But he finally found Romeo Moreno and Noam Dar, and they decided, even though Noam Dar was hesitant, he decided to go along with it because Romeo, is very hungry for opportunity in the tag division, and he feels like this could be a step up because Darkseid are former tag team champions, so this would be cool for them. So they decided to align with Saquon Sugars, and I'm here for it.
I like Saquon.
Me too. I want to see Saquon.
Yeah.
So, this is great. This has the potential to be really fun. It was good seeing more of Saquon's silly personality with these segments throughout the show of him trying to find some partners. So, I enjoyed it very much, and I can't wait to see what comes from it. And then I also love the segment involving
Oh,
Shiloh Hill creeping out Tristan Angels after he stepped on his fake tooth. Tristan Angels is just gonna try to keep torturing Shiloh Hill, but Shiloh Hill, he just gives me Wyatt family vibes.
that's what I was about to say. Oh my gosh.
He just reminds me so much of Bray Wyatt and
Yes.
the original Wyatt family that it's almost like he came too late. And I'm just like,
Right.
bruh, if Shiloh had just become a wrestler during the Wyatt family prime, he would be right at home. But at the same time, he's giving what's missing, what we don't have from that, and it's just really good.
Yeah.
I love Shiloh Hill,
Me too.
and I hope he continues to creep Tristan Angels out until Tristan leaves him alone.
Me too. Yeah. Yeah, this reminded me, this gave me it was giving White Six vibes, White family.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, and then that whole video with this tooth, and I'm glad this happened. I don't think I've seen anything like this since since I started watching NXT. I don't believe I've seen this sort of production. The only thing close was probably Dark State
Yeah,
coming
they
back.
yeah
Come,
they don't. I'm sorry.
no, excuse me. Um, Go ahead.
Yeah, NXT doesn't really had not really leaned into a lot of the creepy stuff until like around Halloween time.
Mm.
Because they actually did like they did a haunted house one time when Trick and Carmelo were a tag team. Well, were together at least, and they got caught up in a Halloween in like a Halloween haunted house, and it was really funny. And then there was another time where I think the Metaphor with Noam Dar and Lash and them were caught up in a house, and they were all dressed up like the mystery gang from Scooby Doo, and it was so cute. But yeah, they don't really lean into a lot of the creepy stuff away from Halloween. So them doing this is just really awesome. It's refreshing.
Yeah, but I did like this. But I really liked that part of the segment. It gave me. What did it give me? Um, yeah, it gave me the Firefly Funhouse segment in WrestleMania during the pandemic.
Mhm.
I don't know why, but something it reminded me of that. It was very weird and off,
Mhm.
just like that match, and I liked it.
Yeah, it was really cool. So hopefully we'll see more of that moving forward. And I just wanted to give a huge shout out to Super Sean Legacy and Dorian Van Du, who is also known as DVD, in their tag team title match against the Vanity Project. Dorian Van Du launched Sean Legacy from the middle rope, and he went so high in the sky and splashed into the Vanity Project. And this shot of it is one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life. Like, he flew like a crazy person. I was like, bruh, how much higher could he go? It was amazing. Like, these are like heavyweight men, but yet when they launch themselves, it's just like whoosh. And I'm just like, bruh, what the heck? But it was just so cool when it happened. I was just like, and then even on commentary, you know how crazy it is when Vic Joseph had to lose his professional cool and talk about how amazing that was. Now, they didn't win the tag team titles, but their performance was fantastic, and I want to see more of them as a tag team. I love Team DVD Legacy.
I remember watching this match. It was really cool. And
Yeah.
seeing DVD. Um, tell me why it reminded me of RBD. I don't know. Rob Van
Oh,
Dam.
I get it. I
But
definitely get it. I understand. D, V, D. I get it 100%. So that's pretty much all we liked in wrestling this week. We've reached the end of our time together. So, of course, thank you guys so much for watching us live. I do want to give a huge shout out to NWA and Kylie Page and Kenzie Page, because their women's promotion is actually going to be redoing the Empower show, which was NWA's all female show that they did in 2021, and I got to attend and do media for it. That was my first media job. It was amazing. So they're actually doing Empower again, and I meant to get a picture of it, but then forgot to. And I just wanted to talk about it on my show because it means the world to me, and I love all female shows. So it's really cool. But now that we've reached the end of our time together, thank you guys so much for watching the show and sticking with us, and supporting us and loving on us. Of course, know that you can follow me, your girl Stephanie Hardy, on Instagram and Twitter at Queen Steph Hardy. Follow the show, The Hardy Wrestling Podcast, on Instagram at Hardy Wrestling Podcast and on Twitter/X at Hardy Wrestle Pod. You can listen to the show audio wise on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Pocket Casts, and everywhere else you can get audio stuff. You can also subscribe to the YouTube channel, which has the logo in the corner with the diamond shaped ring with HWP in the middle and the Hardy Wrestling Podcast title at the bottom. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's get those subscriber numbers up. And you can follow me on TikTok at Stephanie underscore Hardy. You can see all the clips there, as well as on the Facebook page, which is the Hardy Wrestling Podcast as well. Continue to support the show, support the brand, and support wrestling as a whole in a positive way and just not be crazy and mean and toxic to each other just because we have different opinions. And let's just show love. And Bianca, thank you for being my fabulous host for over a year now. And thank you for being patient with me and just being a great host.
Thank you for
And
yeah.
tell everybody where they can find and follow you and what you've got going on.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Bianca Addison. That's with two D's. And you can also follow my ring announcing journey on Instagram at Ebony Rose Ringside. That's EBONIROSE Ringside. I haven't posted in quite some time, but there's great videos up there. And hopefully, I'm aiming on returning and posting sometime next week. So look out for that. Um, I haven't, it's been a, I ha, I'm also, I'm also dipping my foot in the ring announcing world and on in the independent wrestling with Santino Bros Wrestling. I got I was I'm get I got to I got the chance. They gave me the opportunity to shadow production and be a part of the production um, during the matches. I also got to ring the bell during the matches, so that was fun. And aiming on going back very soon, so I'm happy about that opportunity. And like I said, please follow my ring announcing journey at on Instagram at Ebony Rose Ringside. And yeah, and thank you so much for again seeing something in me and having me on board as your co-host.
Absolutely. So, of course, this has been the Hardy Wrestling Podcast with your girls, Stephanie Hardy and Bianca Addison. And until next time, bye, y'all.
Bye.